Leaders often say they want more accountability. They want people to own outcomes, follow through, meet commitments, address problems earlier, stop waiting to be reminded. So they repeat the message. We need greater accountability. Everyone needs to own their part. We have to hold each other accountable. People need to take more responsibility. The language sounds clear, but language alone does not create accountability. A speech is not a system. Accountability exists only when the structure around a commitment makes ownership clear enough to act on and consistent enough to believe. That requires more than motivation. It requires a clear expectation, one visible owner, authority that matches responsibility, a defined timeline, a real standard, predictable follow-up, and a known response when the commitment is missed. Remove any of those pieces, and accountability begins to weaken. This is why accountability is one of the 5 forces inside the durable performance system. Incentives, authority, information flow, accountability, consequence. Accountability determines what people own. Consequence determines whether the standard remains credible. When those two are separated, organizations create the language of accountability without the operating reality. The first requirement is a clear expectation. People cannot be accountable to an impression. Move faster is not a clear expectation. Improve communication is not a clear expectation. Take more ownership is not a clear expectation. A real expectation explains what must change, what result is required, by when, at what quality level, inside what boundaries. The second requirement is one visible owner. Shared contribution is normal. Shared ownership is often dangerous. When a commitment belongs to 5 people, each person can reasonably assume that someone else is carrying the final responsibility. This is accountability theater. Input can be shared. Work can be distributed. The outcome still needs one clearly named owner. They need to know the system looks to them for decisions and completion. The third requirement is authority. Accountability without authority becomes punishment. If someone owns an outcome, they must be able to influence the conditions that produce it. That may include policy, priority, staffing, budget, process, scope, timing, or decision rights. When the outcome slips, the named owner is asked to explain, so explanation becomes the product. That is not accountability. It is responsibility without control. The fourth requirement is a defined standard. A deadline alone does not define success. The organization also needs to know what complete means. A vague standard allows the organization to renegotiate performance after the work is already done. People learn that completion is subjective, which creates defensive behavior. The fifth requirement is predictable follow-up. Many organizations discuss commitments once and revisit them only after something goes wrong. Follow-up should be routine. A healthy operating rhythm revisits commitments at a frequency that matches the work. What changed? What remains blocked? What decision is required? Is the commitment still realistic? The sixth requirement is a consistent response. This is where accountability connects to consequence. A consequence does not have to mean punishment. The purpose is not humiliation. The purpose is learning and system credibility. Accountability without consequence becomes theater. If nothing changes, the system has experienced narration. Consistency does not require identical treatment. It requires a predictable relationship between the situation, the standard, and the response. Accountability should be procedural rather than personal. They establish a stable operating chain: expectation, owner, authority, standard, follow-up, response. That chain makes accountability real. Process should support judgment and correction. It should not create the appearance of ownership while preserving the conditions that prevent action. This is the distinction between process and accountability. When you have the appearance of ownership without the structural support, you get theater. A simple accountability system is often stronger than a heavy one. For every material commitment, define 6 things: outcome, owner, authority, due date, standard, review date. This structure creates clarity before emotion enters the system. A useful audit is to choose 5 commitments your team keeps discussing. For each one, write down the outcome, the owner, the authority, the deadline, and the standard. Accountability is not only about the individual, it is also about the conditions leadership maintains. Strong accountability removes ambiguity, not compassion. It means diagnosing whether the miss came from behavior, capability, capacity, authority, or design, and correcting the right condition. When it works, people do not need to guess. If this way of thinking is useful, visit curtisstoaks.com. Subscribe to this channel for more videos on durable performance. Designing a system in which ownership can actually work is leadership. Accountability is not a speech. It is a system.